I'm now calling this meeting to order. Please stand with us. We'll be led in prayer by Alderman Gallagher. Please remain standing after that for the Pledge of Allegiance that will be led by Alderman at Large George Payne.
Holy and gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for allowing us to be here tonight, Lord. We pray for your wisdom throughout tonight, Lord Jesus. And we also want to bring our children before you, Lord, that are getting ready to get out of school, Lord. I just pray that you would keep your hand over them and protect them, Lord, and protect our city. In your name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First on our agenda this evening is the approval of minutes for the April 15, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Hoots, second by Alderman Jerome. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have a special occasion with our Mayor's Youth Council. We have several of our members who are graduating from high school. What a special time in your life. I know everybody's telling you that, but it truly is a very special time in your life. I appreciate your service on the Youth Council. And so we're going to present you with your cord this evening. Before we do that, and when we do that, I'm going to call your name, and if you will just come to the front. Ms. Christy Faulkner is going to assist with us giving you your cords. But again, as I always do, and I'm going to make it short, you know, you're going to hear an old middle-aged man is going to tell you a little bit of advice. But I'm going to give you some sound advice, and I say the same thing every year. The people that have heard this before have heard this many times. But it's one thing that I know to be true, and so I hope that it has some value in your life. You're at a special time in your life. You have a world of opportunity in front of you. You are the master of your life. You make the decisions. You're the ultimate decision maker of your life. And now you're saying, well, I'm 18, my parents are helping me. I got some mentors, teachers, coaches. You need to listen to them. They're going to give you good advice. But always remember that at the end of your life, you're the sole decision maker with your life. And so you're about to be presented with lots of crossroads and lots of decisions. And so what I want you to remember tonight is don't let anyone put a label on you, because people are going to try to get you to settle for things. And it could come in the form of a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It could be a friend. It could be a coach. It could be a teacher. It could even be your parents that say, you know, I know you want to do this. You want to go to this trade school, or you want to go to medical school, or you want to go to this college far away, but it sure would be nice if you didn't do that and you just stayed here. What about if you just settle and stay here? Trust me, that is going to happen to you. Whether it happens soon or later, somebody will try to get you to settle for something in your life. The other thing is labels. There's always going to be someone who says, you know, you're not smart enough for that, or, you know, you're not really skilled for that. That's hard. You know, that's really complicated. That's difficult. I think you're better suited for this, or you can't do this. You can't do that. And so my advice to you is don't let anyone put a label on you. You hear people say you can do anything in the world you want to do. That's not true. God gave all of us special skill sets. We're all skilled to do certain things, and there is a skill for you, but you can do a lot more than you think you can do. So again, my message, don't let anybody put a label on you. Good luck to you. I wish you the best. It's a great time in your life. So from Southaven High School, Isabel Alonzo. Lauren Gardner. There's a lot going on for seniors. Some may have some other responsibilities tonight. Tavion Jackson. Aliyah Turner. And then DeSoto Central High School, Sydney Campbell. Paul Pixlar. David Fan. Vanessa Boyd, Carl Crawford, and then North Point Christian, Griffin England, Morgan Thompson, Mariah Timms, Claire Webby. Okay, and we'll get those to the ones who were unable to be in attendance. So if I can ever help any of you, reach out to me. I'll do anything I can do to help you, and good luck. Good luck to all of you. Next on our agenda this evening is a resolution for City Parks sole source purchase.
Mayor, John Davis.
Okay.
Yes, Mayor and Board, this first resolution is for a sole source park purchase. It's the same one we've done in the past. It allows for the certain fertilizer that's required to be purchased from the proprietary company, which is GAL-XE. It's GAL-XE. And this will authorize that purchase in accordance with 31713. And it's going to be a total purchase of $29,156 due to the different levels of nitrogen and GAL-XE, along with Simplot being the entity that can sell it.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler. Yes. Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on our agenda is a bid award for the city court renovation.
Yeah, this bid award was recently opened for the city court renovation with Urban Arc as the consulting architect. The lowest bid was with C&M Builders in the amount of $1,423,506.95. The contract completion time is 250 days once the notice to proceed is commenced. So tonight, need authorization for accepting and awarding the low bid to C&M Builders and authorizing the mayor to sign the contract with C&M Builders as well.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Hoots, second by Alderman Jerome. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler. Yes. Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on our agenda is a contract for our Southaven Police Department with Flock Safety.
Yeah, this contract with Flock Safety is for 3 different intersections throughout the city. These are cameras through Flock Safety. The agreement allows for the police department to try the cameras out for 30 days before purchase, and then the trial will not begin until all 3 are installed. The cost for the first year is $23,250. That includes the $3,000 for installation and the software and the hardware ancillary to the service that's provided by the cameras with Flock Safety. So tonight, need authorization for either the mayor or the chief of police to sign the contract with Flock Safety.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Gallagher, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. All right, next on the agenda, we have a retiring police officer, and we want a surplus of firearm to Officer Eric Sutton. So let me tell you a little bit about Officer Sutton's history with us in Southaven. First of all, his law enforcement career started in Greenville, Mississippi. So he started working at Greenville Police Department in February of 1999. He served with the Greenville Police Department for 23 years. Officer Sutton was then hired at the Southaven Police Department in August of 2021. He worked on patrol unit, transferring to our digital evidence unit in August of 2022, and he's retiring now in May 2025 after diligently working in law enforcement for 26 years. So Officer Sutton, we appreciate your service to the city of Southaven. We know that you made many sacrifices both, with your family and your time, and put yourself in risky situations to serve the people of the city. And we thank you for that and congratulate you on your retirement. Is there a motion to surplus the firearm?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, you got a motion by Officer Jerome, second by Alderman Hoots. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. Next on our agenda is a city utilities contract with Tyler Technology.
This contract with Tyler Technology, Utilities Department, will allow the customers to, it's an amendment to our existing contract and arrangements with Tyler, but allow the customers to see the consumption and their bill dates online. The cost for the first year of the contract is $9,851, and that includes the project management and implementation. And the recurring cost will be $3,551. And it's also, as it was with Flock, the software will be ancillary to the service provided. So this will be authorized to let Tyler begin that and authorize the Utilities Department, Ray Humphrey, to sign for approval.
I'll make the motion, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. Next on our agenda is a resolution to amend City Ordinance Title 13, Chapter 12, Section 1312M, Chart 4.
Yeah, this resolution will it'll clarify on our conditional use permits that those that require conditional use permits under Chart 4, that quick service restaurants and those type of facilities will need to get the conditional use. So it's just a clarification ordinance that will put those back into the, to make it clear in our ordinances what's required for those restaurants. So tonight, I need authorization for the mayor to sign the ordinance, so the conditional use permit chart can be amended to reflect that.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Gallagher. Is there any discussion?
What's actually changing?
Fast food restaurants.
Yeah, the fast
Just
food.
fast food?
Yeah, well, it's just being clarified. It was part of it, but we need to clarify a little bit more in the commission. We needed to have it specified in the actual chart. It's been an ordinance that's been abided by, but we need a little bit more clarity in the conditional use permit chart 4 ordinance.
Okay,
So,
I'm good. I'll second.
And it gives more discretion to the Board of Aldermen about those restaurants. Okay, so we have Alderman Payne. We've already got a motion second. Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman who?
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler. Yes. Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on our agenda is amendment to the city employee handbook.
yeah, this amendment in the handbook will gives clarification and more clarity when it comes to transfer city department or city employees from one department to another. The employee must have completed the probationary period and is only allowed to transfer once every 12 months with department head approval. The employee must complete the application process for the opening, and it must be approved by the mayor and the department heads. So this will be instituted in the handbook, and I'll authorize go into effect once approved by the board as far as interdepartmental transfers with city employees.
Make the motion to adopt that.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Gallagher, second by Alderman Payne. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler. Yes. Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on our agenda is a resolution to purchase vehicles by our police department.
This resolution will authorize the city police to purchase vehicles from the Kansas Highway Patrol in the amount of $112,825, and it's done in pursuant to Mississippi Code 31713M5 and 6. So tonight, need authorization for the purchase order to be signed along with the purchase to be made.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Hoots, second by Alderman Jerome. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler. Yes. Alderman Flores.
Yes.
Okay, and that motion carries. Next on our agenda is a city parks task order with Quality Landscaping, and this is regarding a hummingbird event. I know we have Alderman Wheeler on the line. Alderman Wheeler was instrumental in bringing this, coordinating this, and bringing the details. And so basically what this is, there's a festival that is in the fall when hummingbirds migrate. And Alderman Wheeler, I'm going to stop in just a minute and get you to clarify and make sure we're not leaving anything out. But so during this migration, these birds will be coming through the area. So if we improve the habitat, then we can get the birds here, and it's a great tourism event. Bringing the habitat means bringing certain flowers and things of that nature, which we'll put at Snowden Grove Park. So it's a twofold benefit to the city. It's going to enhance the beautification of Snowden Grove Park in the wooded areas that are still there. But then also it's a positive tourism event. A lot of people are crazy about this, and they want to come here. So we didn't have the money budgeted. It's about $150,000. We believe that we've got some surplus money in our parks budget that we can use for this. So we think it's a budget neutral decision. And so I'm supporting this as well. Alderman Wheeler, is there anything, did I leave anything out?
No, that sounds great. That's going to be a great addition for the kids to take their prom pictures also.
There you go. A great place for, like Alderman Wheeler said, if you didn't hear, a great setting for prom pictures. I would assume maybe even, who knows, maybe even some wedding photos or something like that. So it'll be a great enhancement to our park at Snowden Grove.
Where exactly is it gonna be?
The wooded area, so like you have some wooded area near the Field of Dreams, like where the detention area is.
Okay,
And then if you move back towards the north,
okay,
kind of across the way from the amphitheater, you have that big wooded area behind the baseball fields. So we'll just, it'll just kind of meander the areas that are natural over there. We'll just do those plantings all throughout there.
okay.
Yeah. And so with that being said, is there a motion to approve the task order?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion by Alderman Jerome, second by Alderman Wheeler. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call please.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman who?
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
And that motion carries. Next on our agenda is a contract with Robert Half.
Yeah, this contract with Robert Half will authorize them to assist the city with finding an individual for the potential finance director position. If they do provide a candidate, the city would pay them 25% of the first year's salary for that person. So tonight, just need authorization for this contract to be signed by Melanie or the mayor. Or the letter agreement, sorry.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make the motion.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Gallagher. Is there any discussion?
So, tell it, I don't know much about the Robert Half company. Are they a Memphis base? Are they a national recruiter? I mean, what?
It's a professional headhunter is what it is. That specializes in professional positions like this position. So as far as, I'm not sure as far as, do you know, Nick?
They're
locally?
Memphis, and they specialize in
nationwide.
accounting positions
Yeah.
They're
as well.
nationwide.
Nationwide, but it'd be the Memphis office, but
Yeah.
they would have a lot more with accounting reach as far as providing that.
Is the rate 25% pretty standard as far
It
as?
is, and it's 25% of the first year salary, and there's no residual fees after that.
It's actually a discounted rate too. It's usually more than that, but since we're going into, they did give us a discount of 25% instead of 35%.
That's what I said.
And then time is when we have a key vacant position, time is an issue, and we need to get that position filled, so that's why we're taking other steps to get on with
Yeah,
that.
the budget year coming up.
Yeah, we need to get that position filled.
If they fill it before July 1st, then they go under the old PERS, right?
I'm not, whenever the bill law changed.
Yeah, usually goes into effect July 1, but possibly, yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
Well, that's a,
Of 26? Okay, so that's
Yeah.
even better.
so that's gonna be another critical issue, not just for this position, but the future. But that's, as we all know, that's a brand new law change, so But yeah, that's gonna be something that will be critical in all hiring decisions in the future. Okay, if there's, is there any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
And that motion carries. Next on our agenda is a resolution to clean private property.
Mr. Mayor, I move we adopt a resolution granting authority to clean private property as presented on this date.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion among the board? Hearing none, is there anyone in the audience who has a financial interest in any of these properties who would like to speak? Hearing or seeing none, roll call, please.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
And that motion carries. Next on our agenda is our planning agenda. Ms. Whitney Cook.
Yes, sir. Our first application is for Crossroads Church for design review approval. Previously, we approved a subdivision application, which you'll see highlighted in orange right here. It is going to be on the west side of Gatlaw Road, just south of Star Landing, an agricultural property. It's 5 acres. They're doing a 2-phase church. The first phase is 8,000 square feet with an expansion area to the north. As I said, this is design review on this one, so there were some comments regarding the roof pitch and some material uses that were addressed at the Planning Commission, as well as some decorative split rail fencing that they would like to see along the linear frontage of Getwell. All of that was agreed upon by the church members and their design team. And once that was put into place, it was voted unanimously in favor of with those changes.
Mr. Mayor, I make a recommendation that we approve item number 1 on the planning agenda as presented tonight.
Second.
We have a motion on item 1 by Alderman Flores, second by Alderman Payne. Is there any discussion?
Whitney, it looks a little plain Jane to me.
It does. One of the things you'll see in the application is the frontage on Getwell Road is actually just where it's a solid wall with the name Crossroads on it. We all felt that was a little plain. We've asked them to add some faux window lines in there. They did have a design they were trying to mimic, which was come up of a farmhouse type thing. So we have them adding some decorative materials to it, beefing up the landscaping, adding the decorative fencing. So when it's all said and done, it'll look a lot better than that. I will say that design package right there is very basic in the detail. So please don't just judge it off of that. I should have some pictures maybe tomorrow that have the real life look of it. It's a lot different from that. It was discussed the same way in the Planning Commission. We provided the pictures. Totally different attitude once that was done. So I would just ask a little attitude. I promise it'll be pretty.
Will you send that to us tomorrow?
I absolutely will. Yes.
Let's not forget it's a church.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries.
So the next application is a minor subdivision application, which is on Elmore Road, north of Church. It's 5.52 acres, and it involves 2 pieces of property, which you'll see highlighted in orange right there. 2 different owners, both identified as parcels only right now. The request is to take the one that's on the back and put it in a formal Lot 1 subdivision plat. Additionally, the area you see right there highlighted in blue is 0.51 acres that he would like to capture from the parcel in front of him and add to his. That would increase his acreage to 5.52 acres. There is an existing legal binding ingress-egress that carries all the way out to Elmore Road. So the request is to create a 1-lot minor subdivision with the reduction of the parcel in the front added to the official Lot 1 and identification of the easement. So by minor subdivision application requirements, it has to be ag, it has to be less than 3 lots, and it can be accessed knowing that with an ingress-egress. So it does comply, and we voted unanimously in favor of it at the Planning Commission.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve item number 2 on the planning agenda as presented tonight.
I'll second.
On item 2, we have a motion by Alderman Flores and a second by Alderman Jerome. Is there any discussion?
So the blue section is the part that's being
No.
added in?
Yeah, so all of that highlighted in orange, that's two different parcels. You'll see a red line kind of in the middle. That's
Okay.
the split between the two. That blue piece that's in the front parcel towards Elmore Road, we're gonna capture that and drop it into the back parcel. So the parcel in the back will add that in there and increase by 0.52 acres.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
I know. It's gonna get worse on the next one, I'm sorry.
That makes more sense.
Any other discussion on item 2? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
Okay, we will continue the confusion because it's another minor subdivision application just south of where we just discussed. There are 3 parcels highlighted there. The one in the middle is addressed as an existing house. The request is to take all 3 of those parcels you see identified in that orange square and create a minor subdivision with those 3 lots only. Right now, there is an ingress egress that carries to that middle lot from Elmore Road. We're asking them to go north and south with that, so you gain access to both the north and south lot there. But again, minor subdivision requires agricultural property, 3 or less with an ingress egress, so it is compliant. Once again, family-owned property looking to expand and let 2 of the brothers occupy the space north and south. So voted unanimously by the Planning Commission as well.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion that we approve item number 3 on the planning agenda as presented tonight.
A second.
On item 3, we have a motion by Alderman Flores, second by Alderman Jerome. Is there any discussion?
Whitney,
Yes.
what's the deal with all of this?
You just ran into both of the families involved with this are old family lands, and I don't know if they talk to each other, wanting kind of do it at the same time, and maybe they use the same group, so it got a little cheaper to do it all at once. Not sure, but it is all within a few hundred feet of each other. So
I love that area.
yeah.
I really do.
Well, the good news is it's a minor subdivision. It's not
Yeah.
major subdivision. There's not a lot of houses going there, so no rooftops. It's just family-owned land. They're just making it more formal, so it's easier to
They're
get
just dividing up
investment.
everything
Yes,
for all
exactly.
the
Just
family.
formalizing the lots is all.
Making family compounds.
Hmm?
They're making family compounds.
Maybe so.
Any other discussion on item 3? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries.
So our 4th application is on Highway 51, and if you're familiar with Cook Auto Sales in Southaven Supplies area, what you have highlighted there in orange, there are 3 existing businesses. For whatever reason, I guess it's an old area of town that was built up prior to true formal platting procedures, so they're all still parcels of land. As it stands right now, there are 2 parcels. The request is to subdivide it into 3 lots where each building has its own lot. They already have access to 51. There's no improvements or egresses required. I do believe this is kind of working towards a purchase of the middle lot towards one of the other lots, and that will come to us in the future. The only thing we asked is that they identify the proper utility easements around the boundaries of the lots, but it is a commercial subdivision. It does comply, and it was voted unanimously in favor of by the Planning Commission.
Mayor, I make a motion we approve item 4 on the planning agenda.
Second.
We have a motion on item 4 by Alderman Hoots, second by Alderman Gallagher. Any discussion?
So those are considered one lot now?
No, well, it's 2 lots, or, well, not even 2 lots. It's 2 parcels of land, which is not something we normally see anymore, especially in a commercialized area. But since they've been there for a long time, they never had to subdivide it. So they're just identified by meets and bounds and identified as parcels. So this is kind of taking it to a more formal setting. And like I said, right now on the Southaven Supplies lot, there's 2 buildings with 2 separate addresses. So this cleans up that lot line system too.
Right. But actually, they own 3, correct? Or do they not own the old
Army Circle.
barbecue place? I know they own the Army.
Cook owns barbecue place.
Yeah, Cook's
Cook
got
does?
the A-frame. Yeah, so he's going to be the one to the north. So he'll be lot 3.
Okay.
Any other discussion on item 4? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries.
Our final application is a request for 3 Scrivener's errors. We were notified by the attorneys dealing with some closings over in the top of the SIP, which is where pickleball is and where you have walk-ons and all that on Snowden Lane. There's presently 3 subdivisions that are, or subdivision sections that are platted over there. The people that signed as the owners on the owner certificates on the plat was incorrect. We were provided the warranty deed to show the correction that was needed, so I need a Scrivener's error request on all 3 of those phases. It would be Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3 of the top of the SIP. Section 34 Township 1 South, Range 7 West. They're all already platted, one being Book 148, pages 5 through 6, one being 154, pages 31 through 33, and one being 154, pages 29 through 30. We need to make the adjustment where we can change the name from SMJ Enterprises to Top of the SIP LLC, and I have to do that by way of a board motion.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion on item 5 by Alderman Hoots, second by Alderman Jerome. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman who?
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you. Next on our agenda is our mayor's report. Just to update you on several things here. We just recently completed our Springfest event. We made a bunch of security changes, as y'all know, to Springfest. It was well received by the citizens. It was a different look, a more beefed up, a safe look, and it was a huge success. So just that's the update, and we'll continue to monitor that every year to make sure this fantastic event continues. Brings a lot of joy to a lot of people in the city. It was really a good event. Fire station number 5, we're wrapping up some details like getting 911 connected to it, making sure everything is set up there. But we will occupy fire station number 5 either late this week or early next week. So it's a big deal. Got that behind us. I'm going to bring something. Well, let me go ahead. I'll tell you about a couple other things. I'll come back to this. The Landers Center, recently MDOT has completed the interchange enhancement at Terman and Highway 51. The reason we requested that from MDOT about 3 years ago is to change the truck routes. Y'all know that we repaved all the roads around the Landers Center a few years ago. Those roads are not built for the truck traffic that it gets. That's why they're in such bad condition. And obviously now we have the Hotel Convention Center that's going to be coming there. So with Terman and 51 signalization being done, we're going to need to change the truck route to run the trucks along Terman to 51. So the trucks will go 51 and Church Road. We'll take the trucks off of Pepper Chase and Venture, which will also improve traffic. If you're in that area now, you'll see trucks that get off the interstate. They get immediately in the turn lane to turn left on Venture. That causes more congestion. The other thing, bottom line, is you can't have truck traffic going through a hotel convention center. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to amend the truck route, bring it back to you guys for formal approval. But I wanted you to know that's the purpose. We need to go ahead and get that going. It's going to be a big change for a lot of people. Years ago, when the industrial zoning was done there, I mean, it is what it is. But you have a tourism center right next to an industrial center. It's not ideal, so it's going to create some challenges for some. But this has to be done. It's not going to be well received by some. We did ask our engineers, Mr. Dan Cordell, did go back before we did this to analyze the time changes. So a truck coming off the interstate going to 51 and down to Terman, you're only talking about usually because of timing of signals and all that on Church Road, it's really only a matter of seconds, maybe a couple minutes that it's going to change. So anyway, it's not going to create major difficulty. They're not going to like it. Some are not going to like it, but the facts are it's not going to create a major time change for them, and it has to be done. So what we're going to do is go ahead and start putting out message boards out there to start getting the truckers used to that. But eventually we will start writing tickets. We will start enforcing this. So it's important to the public. Let the word spread now. that truck route is gonna change right there.
They can also go south.
Huh?
They could go south to start to Pleasant Hill, get on there too.
Sure, yeah, go that way, and then if they're going back north, they can hit 51, certainly, yeah. No, it works, it's just gonna, as y'all know, when you make a drastic change like that, it's gonna come with some resistance, but anyway, it's a non-debatable topic, it's gotta happen.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing, we have a new mayor and board that's coming in with the recent elections. So the swearing in ceremony, we're going to do it a little different this year. We're going to go back to the Snowden House front lawn, dress it up, make it a little bit bigger event than we have. We've done it in a real simple way in the last 2 elections. We just had a simple thing in here and took some photos outside. So we're going to go back to the Snowden House front lawn, dress it up, make it a little bit bigger event. And we're going to do that on June 30th at 4 p.m. So if everybody will go ahead and start making plans for that. The last thing I want to talk to you about, and not asking for any decisions tonight, but we face challenges in some of our residential neighborhoods, especially those who are the smaller lots, on having an inordinate amount of automobiles parked there. And it becomes, not only is aesthetically is it bad for the property value in the neighborhood, it becomes a problem with parking, like too many cars on the street. It becomes a safety issue. I know Alderman Jerome, you and I have discussed this. Kids playing, multiple vehicles everywhere. It's a safety issue. So about a year ago, a citizen sent me this unsolicited, and it's a Memphis ordinance. And I thought it was really good. And basically what it does is it restricts the number of vehicles that can be parked at a dwelling unit that are not completely enclosed. So like if, we have a lot of people that, work on cars as a hobby, like to have, extra recreational vehicles, that kind of thing. So no problem with that. You just need to have a garage to put it in. So we know people add garages in the rear for things like that. But it would just restrict the number of vehicles that are parked visibly in a driveway or on the street. I think it's a great ordinance. I think it's something that is important for Southaven to do. Like I said, I haven't gotten into like what is that correct number, for how many how many days. It also has, the Memphis ordinance also has excuse me, a time limit, like a number of days. Obviously, if somebody has a party or a holiday, they're going to have visitors there, so it would exclude that. It would be something that's permanently parked there. But I think it's a good ordinance, and I just want to put that on your radar, and y'all be thinking about that, and we'll call a special meeting and discuss ordinance revisions in the near future. That's all I have this evening, I think. Yeah, that's all I have. Okay, next on our agenda is our personnel docket.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve the personnel docket as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on our agenda is our city attorney's legal update. Okay, moving on. Next on our agenda is our utilities billing leak adjustment docket.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve the utility bill leak adjustment docket as presented on the state.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Hoots. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on our agenda are 2 claims dockets.
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve docket number 1 in the amount of $2,882,477, including demand checks.
Second.
On docket 1, we have a motion by Alderman Payne and a second by Alderman Flores. Is there any discussion?
Get it to the pen.
Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Hoots.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Wheeler.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Is there a motion to approve docket 2?
Mr. Mayor, I move we approve docket number 2 in the amount of $20,838.26.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Payne, second by Alderman Jerome. Is there any discussion on docket 2? Hearing none, roll call.
Alderman Payne.
Yes.
Alderman Jerome.
Yes.
Alderman Gallagher.
Yes.
Alderman Woods.
Yes.
Alderman Flores.
Yes.
That motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have the purpose of determining the need for executive session.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Gallagher, second by Alderman Payne. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. The needs this evening are city purchase of easements, leasing of city property, litigation by and against the city and the police department, economic development within the city, police personnel, and interdepartmental personnel with no action. So is there now a motion to declare executive session?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Hoots, second by Alderman Jerome. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. The mayor and board will now enter executive session.